Hey everyone, Real Comic Stacks, and it's been a while since I've gotten to do a comic review, but I have been just swamped. You don't want to hear that. You want to hear about Guardians of the Galaxy number 5. So if you haven't yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button, help me level up in this game of YouTube, and we'll get started on this issue that is absolutely fantastic. Now, you may remember Guardians of the Galaxy 4 ended with Peter Quill taking a blast right to the chest, jumping in front of Gamora and trying to save her life because the Dark Guardians of the Galaxy are hunting her because they believe that Thanos has imprinted his memories, his consciousness onto her. And, well, Peter's down. But, guess what? It's becoming a way too often played trope. He's alive. He's wearing body armor, so he's good. He hops back up, and he just tells him, hey, I was wearing body armor. All my ribs are broke. And where's Gamora? He asks Groot, and he says, hey, look, we don't know. We don't know if she's alive or dead at this point. And the remaining Guardians of the Galaxy are piecing together what they're going to do. And for some reason, Beta Ray Bill, out of left field, calls Lockjaw, which I'm sure this is a tie-in to the Death of the Inhumans, but I'm not tracking that storyline. So, anyways, Lockjaw shows up. He's going to help track the Dark Guardians, help go find Gamora, and basically you have Beta Ray Bill say, hey, look, he owed me a favor, and we've been staying in touch, so here you go. Here's how. And they try to convince him, look, we don't even know if she's dead or alive. And Peter Quill don't care. StarLord's like, look, dead or alive, we're going to find her. So you jump to the other, to where Gamora is now. Now, I do have one complaint here. It's Gamora. I wish they would stay a little more consistent on how she looks, because she goes back and forth between this punk teenager look and the Gamora we're all a little bit more familiar with. But basically, she has been brought to Eros. Now, Eros has a couple things going on here. He promised Wraith the location of the symbiote god Null, and so he executes that exchange. And then things start getting a little weird, and it gets a little weird really, really quickly. You have, finally, they're going to execute Gamora, and as Gladiator goes to snap her neck, Hela shows up and rams through Gladiator, and so hey, we got the rest of the group here, right? Cosmic Ghost Rider Frank Castle goes to make his move and attack Hela, and she just looks over at him and says, I've heard of you, the Rider. And all of that power, all of that destructive energy in the body of a dead man, and he is just brought to a knee and apologizes to Hela and calls her his queen. It's like, dang! Now, after seeing Hela drop 2 of the heavy hitters from the Dark Guardians of the Galaxy, Nebula nopes out. Wraith is like, I got what I came for. And Hela approaches Eros. And she starts explaining that this was the plan all along, to pit them against each other. They wouldn't see everything. They wouldn't see the pieces coming together. And there was only one thing that Thanos was ever going to come back as, and that's as a Titan. And at that moment, Eros knows exactly what that means. And he's like, it can't be. And he starts having some freaky conscious switch seizure. And like that, he can't believe it, and Gamora just looks on in horror as suddenly the change just happens, and right there before him, it's no longer Eros in Thanos' body, but it's Thanos, and like that, he's back. Now, after everything is said and done, the Guardians of the Galaxy show up, and they've left Gamora there. Gamora is left there weeping. She realizes that Thanos has returned and that it's all over. And Thanos is getting his old body back. He's back with the Black Order. And that's it, man. Thanos is back like that. No more wandering around, wondering whose consciousness is where. No more hunting Gamora. Thanos, the Mad Titan, is back. And I'm glad, because honestly, I was getting really tired of every Thanos story being a Gamora story. And I think going forward, Donny Cates wielding Thanos in his storylines is where the money's at. That's the good stuff right there. Now, I do have to point out a couple of issues I had with this book. First of all, let me start with the writing. Donny Cates is killing it with Guardians of the Galaxy. He has these threads that he's weaving for other storylines, including Wraith, everything he's done with the Dark Guardians, the Black Order, and Hela, and the actual Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't agree necessarily what he's done with StarLord, with Groot taking command and all that, but overall, he's done great with the storyline. It's been very, very engaging. I mean, it gets you, and you can't wait for next month's issue. Jeff Shaw on the art has been fabulous. I do the Gamora back and forth between looking like, the Gamora we're used to, and then flipping to, teenage rock princess or whatever, is kind of jarring, but it's only been in a couple scenes, and overall everything else looks outstanding. The scene there with Thanos at the very end looks crazy good. And then my one complaint is a continuity issue. And I know what you're thinking, a continuity issue at Marvel? What? And the continuity error, as far as I'm tracking, y'all correct me if I'm wrong, is that Thanos dumped Hela back in Thor number 4. And so basically she's like the ex-girlfriend at this point, who's like, I'll make him love me. I'll show him, and I'll show him he can't live without me, quite literally. So, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong on that, guys. I don't follow Thor that much, but I do remember reading that comic book and thinking how cringy it was. And ultimately, yeah, so Hela got dumped in Thor, yet she's running around the galaxy and restoring Thanos to his original self. But guys, overall, I love this comic book. I love where they're going with Guardians of the Galaxy. Love Donny Cates' writing. Jeff Shaw's art's on point, and ultimately, highly recommend this. If you're not reading Guardians of the Galaxy, go get it. Start picking it up, because there's no telling where it's going here. There's all kinds of threads that we have, and the biggest thing you need to know is Thanos is back. Now, I'm interested to see if they do anything with the current Thanos number 1 they just had come out, I think, 2 weeks ago. That's more been a flashback to his relationship with Gamora, and it's been very uninteresting at this point. But I am interested to see where they go with this, because the Mad Titan is back, and he was wasted for all of the Infinity Wars event last year, so for him to be back is pretty awesome, guys. Hey, that's all I got. Like I said earlier, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. Help me reach that 300 mark. I'm sitting at about 295 as the time this video is going to get published. And, it's pretty awesome to be winning the game of YouTube, and you guys can help me with that. Also, leaving a like and commenting below. All that helps the channel, and I sincerely appreciate you taking the time to watch. And, guys, that's all I got. Real Comic Stacks. Out!